Have you ever been treated like an option? It's a feeling that stings deep, like you're just another person in the background, waiting for someone's attention or validation. You give your time, your energy, your care, but in return, you're left with uncertainty, rejection, or indifference. It's as if your value is being measured by how much they choose to invest in you, rather than what you bring to the table. It can feel like you're always on the back burner, never quite a priority. It's frustrating, disheartening, and over time, it chips away at your self-worth. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. The Stoic mindset teaches us a powerful lesson that we all need to internalize. You don't have to beg for attention or validation from anyone. In fact, the moment you realize your own worth and stop allowing others to treat you as just another option, everything changes. Stoicism is about self-control, emotional independence, and seeing through the distractions of the world. It's about knowing that your happiness and peace don't depend on the actions of others. When you start applying Stoic principles, something incredible happens. You stop chasing. You stop waiting for them to decide when you're important enough to be noticed. Instead, you take control of your life and emotions. You set the terms. And when you do this, the tables turn. Suddenly, they are the ones wondering where you went, why you're no longer available to them whenever they decide to seek you out. It's no longer about them controlling your worth. It's about them realizing what it's like to be left behind and feeling the sting of their own choices. Now it's time for them to feel what you felt, and more. 1. Detachment is power. Detachment is one of the core principles of Stoicism, and it holds immense power when it comes to regaining control of your emotions and your life. In the context of being treated like an option, detachment is not about indifference or disengagement. It's about maintaining your emotional autonomy. It's the practice of being free from the emotional turmoil that comes with external events, people, or circumstances. When someone treats you as an option, it can sting. You might feel rejected, overlooked, or unimportant. The natural response is to cling, to try harder, to chase after their attention or validation. But Stoicism teaches us that attachment is a source of suffering. The more you cling to something or someone, the more vulnerable you become to disappointment and pain. Detachment, however, allows you to step back, evaluate the situation calmly, and regain your emotional balance. By detaching from the need for approval or validation from others, you shift your focus inward. You realize that your worth is not determined by how others treat you. You learn to value yourself, independent of their actions. This shift in mindset makes you powerful because it removes the emotional grip they have over you. Instead of reacting to their every move, you become the one in control, making decisions based on your principles, not emotional impulses. In a situation where you've been treated like an option, detachment shows them that your value doesn't depend on their attention. You become emotionally self-sufficient, which leaves them wondering why you're no longer chasing them. This is when they begin to feel the absence of your presence, and that's when the power dynamic begins to shift in your favor. You've mastered detachment, and now it's your turn to watch them reconsider how they treated you. 2. Strength in silence. In the realm of Stoicism, silence is not just the absence of words. It's a powerful tool for reclaiming control over your life and emotions. When you are treated as an option, It's easy to fall into the trap of constant communication, chasing validation, or seeking answers. But here's the truth. Your silence speaks volumes. It carries strength, dignity, and self-respect in ways words never could. By embracing silence, you create an emotional boundary that speaks louder than any words could. When you stop engaging in the back and forth, the emotional games, or the constant effort to be heard, you stop giving away your power. You force the other person to reflect, to wonder why you're not responding as you once did. The void you leave behind isn't just empty space. It's a mirror for them to look into and question their own actions. The longer you remain silent, the louder that message becomes. They'll start asking themselves, where did they go? Why aren't they reaching out anymore? This silence is an invitation for introspection. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't beg for change. It simply stands there, firm and unwavering. You're no longer running after someone who treats you like an option. Instead, you're calmly asserting that you won't settle for less than respect, loyalty, and genuine care. In this silence, you build an invisible wall that keeps you grounded. You're not waiting for them to fix things or validate you. You're choosing yourself, your peace, and your own sense of worth. Over time, this quiet strength will drive them to realize what they've lost. And when they finally come to you, it won't be because you've begged for their attention. It'll be because your silence made them see your true value. 3. You are the prize, not them. In the game of attraction and relationships, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is realizing your worth and internalizing the truth that you are the prize, not them. When you allow someone to treat you as an option, you're devaluing yourself. You're telling them that they hold the power, that they have the ability to dictate how much you are worth. But this is where Stoicism teaches us a valuable lesson. Your value is inherent. It doesn't fluctuate based on someone's attention or approval. When you start acting as though you are the prize, you shift the dynamic. No longer do you chase after validation, approval, or affection. You recognize that your time, energy, and attention are precious, and those who get to receive them must earn them. This is not about arrogance or entitlement. It's about understanding your self-worth and refusing to settle for anything less than what you deserve. A key aspect of Stoic philosophy is the concept of self-control, and in this context, it applies to not allowing others to control your emotional state. When someone treats you as an option, instead of scrambling to please them or gain their approval, you remain grounded and focused on what you need. Your happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external validation. By adopting this mindset, you stop seeking others' approval and begin to focus on becoming the best version of yourself. You invest in your growth, your passions, and your ambitions. And when you do this, people will start to take notice. You become someone who stands out, not because you're trying to win someone over, but because your self-respect and confidence naturally attract those who value you. This is how you turn the tables and make them realize they were never the prize you always were. 4. Show her what she's missing. When you are treated like an option, it's easy to feel overlooked, unimportant, and even undervalued. But the Stoic approach isn't about getting caught up in those emotions. Instead, it's about showing her what she's missing without needing to say a word. The key is to focus on yourself, your growth, your journey, and your happiness. When you stop seeking validation from her, you become a magnet for respect and admiration. This shift is subtle, yet profound. By putting your energy into your own pursuits, whether that's advancing in your career, honing your skills, or simply living a fulfilling life, you create a life that she can't ignore. She'll see you thriving, succeeding, and enjoying the life that you've built without her, and that will spark her curiosity. The beauty of this Stoic mindset is that you don't have to flaunt or boast. It's not about playing games or making her jealous. Instead, it's about you being true to yourself and embracing your own value. As you do this, she'll start to feel the absence of your presence. She'll realize that her indifference or neglect may have cost her the chance to experience someone who is strong, confident, and unapologetically independent. What you're essentially doing is showing her that your worth isn't tied to her approval. You no longer need her to validate your existence because you've found fulfillment within yourself. This shift in your energy is magnetic. It's irresistible because it's grounded in self-respect and emotional independence. Over time, as you continue on your path, she'll begin to recognize what she lost: your attention, your care, your presence. But by then, it will be too late. You'll have moved on, and she'll be left wondering what it could have been. 5. Maintain your own path. In Stoicism, one of the most important principles is to stay true to your own path, regardless of what others do or think. When you stop allowing others to dictate your emotions or your actions, you take back control over your life. This is especially crucial when you've been treated as an option rather than a priority. The key here is to focus on your own growth, purpose, and happiness, without constantly looking for validation from others. When you maintain your own path, you show the world, and more importantly, those who have treated you like an option, that your life does not revolve around them. You are not waiting for their approval, and you do not need their attention to feel fulfilled. Your life is about your journey, your progress, and your aspirations, and this mindset is magnetic. By staying focused on your own path, you create a sense of independence and self-reliance that others can't ignore. They begin to see that your worth is not tied to their actions, and they will start to recognize that you are not easily swayed or distracted. This shift in your behavior sends a clear message. You are no longer the one chasing after them, trying to please or win their affection. Instead, you're walking with purpose, and if they want to join you, they will have to meet you on your level. The Stoic approach teaches us that we should not be dependent on others for our happiness. When you walk your own path with conviction, you create a life that others want to be a part of. You were never just an option. You were always the one who mattered. It's time to take control of your life and start living for yourself. If you're ready to embrace the Stoic mindset and show them exactly what they've been missing, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with anyone who needs a reminder of their worth. Remember, you control your destiny, and no one else gets to decide your value.